About 2 weeks ago, my family relocated to some property we own in the hill country, with the idea being that we'd be isolating ourselves from the public. The land has an underground well and somewhat dated technology, but for the most part allows us to be self-sufficient. My father, my brother, and I stayed in an old camper trailer while everyone else used either the house or the somewhat larger RV my aunt brought up a while back for her family. Everything seemed normal for the most part until a few days ago. We were playing poker in the main house and waiting for my uncle to come back from hunting. He's really the only one that still uses the old blinds on the property. When I got tired of losing what little money I had and decided to turn in for the night, I excused myself and started walking to our camper when I suddenly felt a chill go up my spine as if someone was watching me. I didn't think much of it in the moment and kept moving, reminding myself to bring a jacket with me to the house next time. Then I went to bed and vaguely remember waking up to the sound of cicadas and quickly falling back to sleep. The next morning I woke up ready for a big country breakfast and was disappointed to find my dad at the counter microwaving some oatmeal. "Where's Auntie?" I asked. "Out looking for Uncle Henry. She got worried when he didn't come back last night. I told her he probably just fell asleep, but you know how she is. Those space heaters in there will put you out like a light. You want some oatmeal?" "No thanks. When do you think she'll be back?" "Soon as she catches old Henry, I suppose. But we can make our own fun till then," he said with a self-assured smile. The rest of the day wasn't special. We played board games, went looking for arrowheads in the dried creek, and watched a few movies we found in the CD case my dad had brought. My little brother was exhausted after playing in the creek and slept through the movies. Eventually it got dark, and my aunt still hadn't shown. As the hours passed by, I noticed my father's eyes increasingly passing through the window overlooking the dirt road, no doubt anticipating Aunt Gemma's return. And then I lay my head on his shoulder and fell asleep. I awoke next to my brother still asleep, with the static of the television permeating the unusual silence of the night. I shifted my brother to the side and pulled my blanket over him. "Dad?" No answer. I did a quick sweep of the house and then stumbled onto the porch. "Dad!" I yelled. His shoes were gone, but I could see traces of dried mud leading from the porch towards the road. I started following the pieces and then the imprints of his boots in the mud and grass until I reached the edge of the porch light, and the footsteps vanished. Further from the light of my eyes began to adjust to the darkness, and that's when I saw them. Two figures stood hidden in the trees, their eyes shining in the dark. I could only see their vague outline within the forest, and the little light left in the sky was fading fast. The figure on the left spoke first, its gaze following me every moment. "Come give your auntie a hug," it said exuberantly in an excited and loving tone. I immediately smiled and took a step forward, but suddenly stopped. Something wasn't right. This wasn't right. I'd heard her say this before, exactly down to the tone, volume, and emotion in her voice. I felt cold. The figure on the right began to speak, eyes glistening. "Young man, you come here right this instant." My uncle's voice. I remember how angry he was when I put a dent in his car with my skateboard. said these exact words to me this exact way. My heart pounded. Go away, I yelled. And then the sun set, and I began to hear the rhythmic beating of wings above me. I looked up to see hundreds, if not thousands, of cicadas encircling the house. I tripped and fell, and when I looked back at the forest, the two figures were out of the tree line, enveloped in darkness, only a few feet from my position, just outside the light. Then I heard it, almost a whisper above the sound of cicadas. Let's go get some ice cream. How's that sound? Daddy loves you. You're my special, special boy. I took a few steps back and turned towards the voice to see a pair of glowing eyes standing by the window, arms outstretched in an inviting gesture. My eyes were having trouble making out what I was seeing. The figure was moving erratically like a glitched computer screen. It hurt my eyes to look at it. And then the window opened, and two small arms reached out. Yay, ice cream! And before I could react, it said in a muted tone, Give your daddy a hug. And I watched it silently wrench my brother out of the window into its hazy body and fly into the swarm above me. I didn't even hear him scream. I blinked away tears for a moment, and then the porch light started to flicker, and I heard a painful chittering as two figures to my right jumped forwards and then backwards as the light quickly established itself. I sprinted back to the house and turned on all the lights I could find. I've barricaded the doors and windows. I've been waiting for daybreak, but it hasn't come. All I can hear are the cicadas. I can't see them, but I know they are there, above me, suffocating me with their song. The noise has died down a bit, and I hear my dad outside calling for me. He says he loves me, that he wants us to be together. I'm trying to fight it, but I find myself moving closer and closer to the door with each passing hour. I'm getting tired and I miss my family. I've been waiting for a Wi-Fi signal to come in to send this so that people will know what happened. Someone has to know that these things are out here. The lights on the porch just went out. I hear heavy skittering outside the door. You're my favorite, big brother. I love you. I fight off a weak smile. I am your only big brother, I whisper. I don't know how much longer these lights will hold out, but if I do manage to get this message sent before they fail, don't listen to the voices. They are not who they say they are.